Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Thank you all for joining us this morning. We're here to celebrate the groundbreaking of the expansion of our animal control shelter. My name is Leslie Barnes-Keating. I'm the Deputy Chief Administrative Officer for Frederick County, and I'm also your MC for today. So first, I'd like to thank you all for being here to witness this long-awaited day. We appreciate the enthusiasm and the unwavering support that each of you have had as we have worked to bring this project full circle. So first, I'd like to invite County Executive Jessica Fitzwater to the podium to make some remarks and start off our celebration.
Thank you, Leslie. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. This has been quite a project quite long in the making, with so much advocacy by so many folks, both in our community and also internal to county government, especially in our animal control. And I know we have our director, Dave, here, who will be speaking later, and a lot of your team. And we're just so grateful for what you do for our community every day. And we're very excited to be here to celebrate the groundbreaking of the expansion and modernization of the animal shelter. As a growing community, we often think about the need for more teachers and first responders, but we don't often think as much about the growing demand for animals needing care. And our animal services team has done an incredible job, the best that it can with the space that it has. But if you have been inside, you know that they outgrew this space quite a while ago. It's so important to have the necessary infrastructure that they need to meet the growing demand for these services here in our community. Expanding this shelter will provide better facilities to house, care for, and rehome more animals. We are increasing the footprint by more than 60%, growing from 12,600 square feet to 20,600 square feet. We're adding space for things like indoor and outdoor dog runs and large free roaming cat rooms, which will truly improve the quality of life for the animals while they are here. We're also expanding surgical suites and adding dedicated rooms for post-surgery recovery and sick animal recovery, which will improve the health of all of the animals that are here in our care. We're updating the lobby and private adoption visitation areas and adding parking, which will improve the experience of the humans in our community who are coming here to adopt pets. I want to recognize that none of this could be done without partnership in our community. And I know we have Senator Karen Lewis Young here who will be speaking in a moment. I want to also recognize Delegate Chris Fair. This has truly been a partnership with our state delegation and also with our county council, who approves the budget each year and has chosen to be sure that we invest in our animal control. We have with us today Council President Brad Young and Council members Renee Knapp, Jerry Donald, and MC Keegan Aaron. We really appreciate your support for this project over many years. It's been in the CIP for a long time. So we really appreciate all of your support. This is truly a great project for Frederick County, and I'm very excited to see so many folks here to celebrate. And I know you'll all be back when we're actually cutting the ribbon and getting to do the first tours to see this incredible improved space that is going to benefit not only all of the animals that are here under our care, but also our incredibly hardworking team here at Animal Control that will have such a better experience being able to be in a top-notch facility, collaborating with one another and providing excellent service to our community. So thank you so much for being here, and I'll turn it back over to Leslie.
Thank you, County Executive. As our County Executive has said, today would not be possible without the support of the delegation in Annapolis, particularly that of Senator Karen Lewis Young. Senator, would you please join us to say a few words? Thank you.
So most of you probably know that I'm an animal lover, and I have a long history in protecting and saving animals, and many of my fur babies have passed right through this door. There isn't a year that goes by that I don't either try to get some money or some legislation that protects animals, and I'm going to talk a little bit about both. First, I want to acknowledge my district mate, Chris Fair, and I think Karen Simpson is represented by her spouse, because when you get $1.5 million from the state for a capital project, you need everybody on board. You need both sides of the street to agree. And 2 years ago, this was my number one ask, to be able to expand the shelter and renovate the interior, because unfortunately we have a surplus of population of homeless animals. But I also want to talk to you a little bit about legislation, because the delegation does more than just bring money back home. We develop policy that helps humans and their animals. So just a few things that I want to mention, kind of top of mind things that are in the works or have passed recently. 2 years ago, I believe the same year we were trying to get capital funding for this facility, I passed a bill that would allow vet techs and other clinical workers to do vaccinations, because the quicker an animal can be healthy, the quicker they're available for adoption. That was more of a battle than one could ever imagine, but today that is now in law, giving an increased scope of practice to those that truly are capable and certified to deliver those vaccinations. There are bills in this session that give better disclosure to tenants about pet policies, because we know that evictions and policies regarding pets are a major reason that animals are surrendered to shelters. There's also a bill that increases the penalties towards injuries to animals, and a bill that I'm the lead sponsor on this year, which just passed the Senate and crossed the street to the House. Bill has to be passed by both chambers to go into law. Expands the Janet Hoffman Scholarship Program. Now, what is that? That is a scholarship program. It's been used for teachers. It's been used for some health professionals, and it says that we will refund you, we meaning the state, for a portion of your tuition. So the bill that I have going through the process says, if you are willing to be a veterinarian, because we know we have a major shortage, or a vet tech, and you will either agree to practice in Maryland for 5 years or donate 100 hours a year for 3 years to a shelter, the state will refund a certain portion of your tuition. My goal is to get more vets and vet techs staying in Maryland and volunteering at shelters so that healthy animals can find a forever home. That's my mission. Thank you so much for allowing me a few words today. And I have one of those citations for the facility to wish you the best and to promise our ongoing participation in your endeavors. Who is the best? Dave. Okay. I'm not going to read it because I essentially just said what it said. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thank you, Senator, for joining us today, particularly because we know that you're busy in the final weeks of General Assembly. I also would like to thank you for sharing your personal connection to our shelter. I'd be remiss if I did not invite you all to please consider our animal shelter first when you're looking to have a new pet join your family. At this time, I will ask Dave Luckenball to join us. As Dave is making his way over, Dave, I did want to thank you for all the work that it's taken from you personally to get us to this day, and all the work that I know you continue to have to put into this project to bring it to completion. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. thank you for joining us today. We are very excited to get this project underway. Can we give ourselves a big round of applause? There are far too many people to thank that have done work behind the scenes on this. But trust me when I say we have got such a great community here and such a great staff that they have put their hearts into this, and I think we came up with a fantastic plan. This project is going to last about a year and a half. We expect it to be completed in September of 2026. We will be here on site throughout the process, continuing to provide services to our community, continuing to care for the animals, and continuing to perform adoption services. So please don't forget about us when you're ready for that new dog or cat or rabbit, guinea pig, parakeet, whatever you're looking for, we may have it. Parking is going to be a challenge. We're going to have some hurdles that we have to go through, so be patient with us. We are going to work through this process the best we can. Like I said, we're going to stay here where everybody knows where we are. We would like to thank County Executive Fitzwater for her input, the County Council, Senator Karen Lewis Young, all of our senators and delegates, Focus, our support group. They've been instrumental in this. They're just fantastic. Our volunteer coordinator, Sean Snyder, who I don't see right now. Oh, there he is. But he's put in a lot of work in the design of this building. He's got a tremendous eye for the details that we truly appreciate. We are grateful for our community partnerships. None of this could take place without everybody working together to get this ball rolling down the hill. It started several years ago. Our previous director, Linda Shea, had a big hand in this. County Executive Jan Gardner. We just want to thank everybody. And I know we're probably leaving some people out, but just know that we truly appreciate all your help. Thank you.
Thank you, Dave. So I also wanted to acknowledge the animal control staff. I know that the full team has put in a lot of work to get us to today. But this expansion is going to have the biggest impact on our residents. And these residents sometimes are here for a short while, sometimes a long while. But for the time that they are here, it truly is their home. A home should be a place, like for the rest of us, a place of calm and a place that puts you at ease. And that is what this expansion is going to do for the animals at our shelter. So at this point, I want to introduce you all to our most special guest, who's also a very well-dressed guest. He has his necktie on today, Evan. Evan is our longest resident at this shelter. So he has been here the longest. Evan has been in training with Bethany Davidson here, and he is going to lead us through the first dig for today's exercise. So after Evan does his work, I'll invite our speakers over to grab a shovel and take a photo. Again, thank you all so much for joining us today. We're really excited about this expansion, and we appreciate your enthusiasm for this project. Thank you.